Hello, my name is Terry Jewett, and welcome to this season of Kids Quiz. This is a show of quick recall. It is not a test of intelligence. Let's enjoy this evening as our contestants attempt to answer the questions, and you at home know all of the answers. Now we'll meet tonight's teams from Ashland Middle School, 7th grade. Their principal is Mr. Hyman, and the teacher from Ashland Middle School is Ms. Dirtle. Here are the members of the red team. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Adrian De Silva, and I think math class is rather interesting.
I'm Drew Squires, and my favorite subject's math.
I'm Brandy Scanlon, and my favorite subject is foreign language.
And now, welcome to the blue team.
I'm DJ Graham, and my favorite subject is writing.
Hi, I'm Courtney Short, and my favorite subject is foreign language.
Hi, I'm Drew Laney, and my favorite subject is foreign language.
Thank you, team members. Now let's get started. We're going to start this evening with the red team. I'll ask 10 questions. Buzzers ready? Question number 1. A low hill formed by wind-blown sand is a
Dune?
A dune, that's correct. Question number 2. Because 6 states were north and east of it, while 6 states were south of it, this state got its nickname Keystone State.
Kansas?
Well, that's incorrect, but the correct answer is Pennsylvania. Question number 3. Most interrogative pronouns begin with what letter?
W?
W is correct. Question number 4. After a fight with his brother, 17-year-old Benjamin Franklin left Puritan Boston for what more tolerant city in Pennsylvania?
Philadelphia?
Philadelphia is correct. Question 5. What is the collective name for those 5 contiguous bodies of water that contain the most fresh water in the world?
The Great Lakes?
That's correct, Great Lakes. Question 6. Name the turtle created by Dr. Seuss.
Yertle?
Yertle the turtle, that's correct. Question 7. Another name for the skeleton of the head is?
The skull?
Skull is correct. Question 8. The temperature at which a liquid becomes a solid is what point?
(32°F).
Is there another name for that?
Freezing point?
Freezing point. That's what I was looking for. Good job. Question number 9. What age will Ferdinand be in 9 years if he was 30 years old 10 years ago?
49.
49 is correct. And your final question for round 1. An activity to build or maintain strength and endurance and to make the body healthier is called?
Exercise?
Exercise is correct. Now we're on to the blue team. Are you ready? Get your buzzers in hand. Take a deep breath. And here we go. Question number 1. You hold a cold silver spoon above the spout of a boiling teapot. Soon, water droplets begin to form on the spoon. Through what process?
Evaporation?
I'm sorry, it's condensation. Question number 2. The Statue of Liberty stands in the harbor of what city?
New York?
New York is correct. What is the main beast of burden in Egypt?
The Sphinx?
That's incorrect. It's a camel. Question number 4. The inner core, the outer core, the mantle, and the crust are the 4 major layers of what?
The Earth?
The Earth is correct. Question number 5. What rodent commercially hunted by frontiersmen has greatly enlarged incisors?
Is it a rat?
Good guess, but the answer is beaver. Question number 6. The fraction 2/25 equals what percent?
8%.
8% is correct. Question number 7. What is another name for chrysalis of a butterfly?
Cocoon.
Pupa is the correct answer. Question number 8. Who, according to the poem, in 1492 sailed the ocean blue?
Christopher Columbus.
Christopher Columbus is correct. Question number 9. Name the type of clock invented by the ancient Egyptians that was absolutely useless at night.
Sundial.
Sundial, correct. And your final question, Blue Team, for round 1. Niagara Falls is in what 2 countries?
The United States and Canada.
That's correct. Good job, both teams. We'll be back in just a minute with the score.
Hi, Mr. President. My parents believe that eating meals together will make our country strong. Is this something that you did when you were a kid?
I did eat with my family so long as my mother wasn't cooking.
Not good making fun of your mother, even if you are president, but it is good to have dinner with your kids. We know the more often children have dinner with their families, the less likely they are to smoke, drink, and use drugs. So simply having dinner together can help your children forever, even if you're not a great cook.
My name's Andy McDonald. I ride this useless wooden toy for a living. It's hard. I've been doing it for 13 years. I'm still lame. I do a trick called a 540. Took me a good 6 years to learn. There's a whole generation of skateboarders out there that are just as talented athletically as any basketball or football player. It takes somebody that's not going to be afraid to fall down a lot, because you definitely will fall down. You're not a failure until you refuse to get back up. Drugs are only going to hinder what I'm trying to do. That right there is my idea of getting high.
Ashland Theological Seminary, transforming the world.
One pastor.
One counselor.
One city.
One campus.
One village.
One family.
One teacher.
One crisis. One missionary.
One shelter.
One church. Transforming the world, one student at a time.
You're a good driver, a careful driver, and you don't stand a chance. Not at a railroad crossing with bad sight lines and no lights or gates, where vegetation, buildings, or hills block your view, where you can't see the train and you only have seconds before it hits your safe, careful self and you die. Go to angelsontrack.org to report dangerous crossings, because careful is just no match for a 200-ton locomotive.
Hello, and welcome back to Kids Quiz. Our score after 1 round is the red team 9 and the blue team 6. We're ready to start round 2. Red team, buzzers in hand. Question number 1. The Rockies are to the USA as what mountains are to South America? The correct answer, Andes. Question number 2. How many ounces are in 3/4 of a pound?
12.
12 is correct. Question 3. What term rhyming with purge refers to a longing?
Urge.
Urge is correct. Question 4. What story ends with this line? God bless us, everyone, said Tiny Tim, the last of all.
Christmas Carol.
A Christmas Carol, correct. Question 5. Which continent is contiguous to the Indian Ocean, Atlantic, and Pacific Oceans? The correct answer, Antarctica. Question 6. Divide microscopic into syllables.
Microscopic.
That's correct. Question 7. Moisture that condenses on the surfaces of objects left outside overnight is called?
Dew.
Dew is correct. Number 8. What is the set of odd numbers greater than 151 but less than 161?
153, 155, 157, 159.
Correct. Question number 9. An ice sheet as much as 3,400 meters thick depresses 5/6 of the surface of the world's largest island. Name that island.
Greenland.
Greenland is correct. And your final question for round 2. How many notes are in exactly 1/2 octave?
4.
4 is correct. Good job, red team. Now on to the blue team. Your first question, blue team. In 1803, the U.S. purchased Louisiana from what country?
France.
France is correct. Question 2. Toto and Dorothy are whisked away from their drab Kansas home by a cyclone in what novel?
The Wizard of Oz.
That's correct. Number 3. What is the next line in the folk song that begins with these words? All around the cobbler's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought 'twas all in fun.
And Pop Goes the Weasel.
That's correct. Pop goes the weasel. Question number 4. An incredibly useful, simple machine consists of just a wheel and...
A pulley.
Sorry, that's incorrect. The correct response is axle. Question number 5. What human youth presided over fantasy world in which these characters lived? Piglet, Kanga, Tigger, Roo, and Eeyore.
Winnie the Pooh.
I'm sorry, it's Christopher Robin. It was a human youth. Question number 6. What adjective that rhymes with maple describes those crops that are most important in a region? The correct answer is staple. What weapon was used by Nantucket whalers?
A bucket.
The answer is harpoon. Question number 8. What is the next word in this ditty? Once there was an elephant who tried to use the telephant. No, I mean an elephone who tried to use the...
Telephone.
Telephone is correct. And the next question, number 9. What place name is missing from this line? I come from with a banjo on my knee.
Tennessee.
The correct answer is Alabama. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. And your final question in round 2. The long sensory appendages on the head of many arthropods are called... The correct answer, antenna. Well, that concludes round 2, and we'll be back in a minute with the scores.
When will the next natural disaster hit? A public health crisis strike? Another terrorist threat emerge? How long will it take for help to arrive? Ohio Citizen Corps is committed to making every minute count by having volunteers ready. Physicians, nurses, teachers, retirees, everyone can help. You can make a difference. Join Ohio Citizen Corps. Call or go to serveohio.org. The time to prepare for trouble is before it hits.
My name is PFC Eunice Guerra. What I like about the National Guard is I can be, gung-ho and go out there and do, really awesome things, stuff that, civilians, wouldn't understand. And then I get to go home and, put on a pair of jeans. And I wanted to be a civilian and then turn around and be a soldier.
Defend freedom. In the Army National Guard, you can. Visit 1-800-GO-GUARD.com today.
I joined the National Guard and never thought I'd be saving lives.
I never thought I'd have such an impact on my community.
It's more than money for college. It's built my character and given me a sense of accomplishment.
Citizen soldiers have two missions. One is right here at home during emergencies.
The Guard opened the door for me. Now I'm on a career path, and I'm the leader of my team. When your country calls, you go, proudly.
I put on the uniform, and I have a whole new outlook on life. Country, community, family. That's what matters most to me. If that matters to you, go to 1-800-GO-GUARD.com.
And we're back to Kids Quiz. The score after 2 rounds with Ashland Middle School 7th graders is the red team 17 and the blue team 10. Now we're ready to begin round 3. Red team will begin with you. Question number 1. How many prepositions are in this line? I'm in a phone booth at the corner of walk and don't walk.
2.
The correct response is 3. Question 2. What is the hardest mineral that can be produced by adding tremendous heat and pressure to pure carbon?
Diamond.
Diamond is correct. Question 3. What was the profession of these people? Mendelssohn, Strauss, Brahms, and Berlin.
Composers.
That is correct. Question 4. Archaeologists have determined that what group of people traveled to North America almost 500 years before Christopher Columbus?
The Vikings.
Yes, that is correct. Question 5. Pulpy trees with green trunks and no bark grew in ancient swamps. These died and fell into the water where they were transformed into peat. Eventually, through heat and pressure, this material turned into what burnable rock?
It's not working.
It's not working.
Wait, was
Who
that
pressed
me?
it?
Go ahead, respond.
Coal.
Coal is correct. Question number 6. What element found in the form of yellow crystals near volcanic vents is used in gunpowder, drugs, and fertilizer?
Sulfur.
Sulfur is correct. Question 7. In what type of reference book is each key word followed by a list of words that have the same or similar meanings?
Thesaurus.
That is correct. Question 8. Vikings believed that lightning bolts were hurled by what Norse deity?
Thor.
Thor is correct. Question 9. Mahatma Gandhi led the independence movement in what country? In
India.
We'll throw in another question. I think I plan to answer that at the same time that you responded.
Okay.
Question number 9. Repeat. On her wedding day with Pecos Bill, who insisted on riding Widowmaker, a horse that threw her so high that when she came down, she bounced for 3 days? The correct answer, Slewfoot Sue. And your final question, question number 10. A soothsayer born in 50 BC who died in 18 AD was how old at his death?
68.
The correct answer is 67. And that concludes your final round, red team. Now on to the blue team. And before we move on to our final round with the blue team, I'd like to introduce our new contestant with the red team.
I'm Kirsten Lee, and my favorite subject is reading.
Welcome, Kirsten. Okay, blue team, question number 1. The setting for the autobiography of Ben Franklin is in what state?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania is correct. This is about what game? White was unable to defend his kingside bishop. The black pieces were cramped. Black brought pressure on the queenside knight file. White took black's kingside bishop's pawn.
Chess.
Chess is correct. Question 3. What modern country was Great Britain's geographically largest colony?
Britain.
Canada is the correct response. Question 4. This was said in reference to what document? We must indeed all hang together, or assuredly we shall all hang separately. The answer is the Declaration of Independence. Question 5. How many syllables are in this 4-line ditty? Jerry Hall, he is so small. A rat could eat him, hat and all.
18.
15 is the correct response. Question number 6. Name the longest peninsula of Mexico.
The Yucatan Peninsula.
It's Baja California. Question number 7. What is the fewest number of notes that may comprise a chord?
Two.
3 is the correct response. Question number 8. Reduce 27/45 to lowest terms.
2.
3/5 is the correct response. Question number 9. What unit of measurement equals the sum of 4 pints and 2 quarts? The correct answer, 1 gallon. And your final question, blue team. Any substance through which light can pass without being broken up is described by what adjective?
Transparent.
Transparent is correct. Good job. And we'll be back in a moment with our final score for the 7th grade Ashland Middle School Kids Quiz.
Ashland Theological Seminary, transforming the world.
One pastor.
One counselor.
One city.
One campus.
One village.
One family.
One teacher.
One crisis. One missionary.
One shelter.
One church. Transforming the world, one student at a time.
These are poor coal mining communities where there's no jobs and no health care. Last year we had 7,000 people, so we know it's needed. Instead of being stationary in one clinic, we bring this clinic to 8 communities. People appreciate so much that we're able to be there with them in a moment of crisis. And that is a gift which keeps me on the road and keeps me going.
Look, my first tooth.
Dudley, spit out the toothpaste.
That was the first time you brushed your teeth.
And I brush twice a day, every day.
Oh, here's that nice dentist, Dr. Benchley.
Yep, he showed me how to floss.
Why are your teeth blue?
I use my mouth guard whenever I play sports to protect my smile.
And visit the dentist regularly.
Remember, brush twice a day and floss once a day.
I am the Horton the Storm.
I am the line in the sand.
My boss moves starts. I am the enforcer of the sea.
The United States Coast Guard will see you and prepare to board it.
We are the defenders of the homeland. We are the shield of freedom. We are the United States Coast Guard.
Heed your country's call. Join the Coast Guard or Coast Guard Reserve.
Our final score with Ashland Middle School 7th grade is the red team 24 and the blue team 13. Thank you for joining us tonight. We hope you'll tune in again for another session of Kids Quiz.